Hi guys, we're back to pull cards for the 23rd of July today. They wanted to come out, but I wasn't letting them. So 23rd of July, we're pulling one card for each sign. This can give you a pretty comprehensive look at what your day might be like if you happen to know your planetary placements. But even if you don't, you can still check your sun, your rising, and your moon. I think it's also neat to check the Venus for love and money, Jupiter for what's expanding, and Saturn for where we're being disciplined. Let's see what comes up. Let's look at Aries first. What do we have? Okay, so Aries, we have the Ten of Scrolls. Ten of Scrolls just tells me that there's some kind of argument, debate, some form of tension that has been going on for a while that is finally being shut down and closed off and, just put to bed. If you look, I like how this card depicts it with the scrolls surrounding the tiger. The scrolls are, words or thoughts, and they kind of have hemmed in this tiger who would be a threat to your well-being or to your health. Finally put an end to that. This could be gossip even that's being put an end to, but putting an end to a long-term, the most general way I know how to say it is putting an end to a long-term source of tension or debate. Okay, now that's for Aries and Aries placements. Next up, let's look at Taurus. Taurus, you guys have the Mime showing up in reverse. This is a page of spirals in another deck, and the Mime basically just says that you're receiving some kind of information saying that you don't have the okay yet to move forward with something that makes you feel inspired or happy. So this would be like if you're trying to apply for a building permit to renovate your home or a rental property or something, this would be getting in that notice that says, you know what, no, we're not approving that. You need to have these other documents as well, or you're not in the right zone or whatever, and it doesn't have to do anything with rental properties for most of you. But, this is basically, you get the gist. It's news that says that we can't move forward on something that we would like to and we would enjoy moving forward on. And so that's for Taurus and Taurus placements. Next, we have the Nine of Scrolls showing up in reverse for Gemini. For Gemini, Nine of Scrolls in reverse is actually a good card. It does talk about having gone through something that made us feel very sad, very anxious, very tense, maybe even gave us some sleepless nights. And now we are finding some relief with that Nine of Scrolls in reverse. We're not feeling sad and anxious and tense anymore. We found some way to make peace with the situation, or maybe the situation itself has changed. And so that those sleepless nights and those negative feelings that were really interfering with us functioning in our everyday lives are now we have some relief from that. Okay, and that's for Geminis and Gemini placements. Next up, for Cancer, we have Bella Rosa showing up in reverse. Bella Rosa in reverse is just basically saying that there's something that normally would get to you, whether it's a fear, whether it's an obsession, whether it's an addiction. It normally would, if it would come close to you, it would call your name and suck you into its tractor beam. But today what we see is it's not getting to you today. You're not paying it any mind today. So whatever that is, whether it's a fear, an obsession, an addiction, you're not falling prey to it today. We like that. Good job, Cancers. Next up we have Leos. Leo, Leo, Leo. Leo, you have Papa Legba. This is a good card. It talks about feeling really well. It also talks about having a lot of energy. And it also talks about your self-esteem being in a really good place. So we like that. That's for Leos and Leo risings. Next up we have Virgo. Excuse me. Virgos, you guys have the sun showing up in reverse. And the sun in reverse is not actually a bad card. It's still a good card. It means that you're doing something that makes you happy, that nobody is breathing down your neck about trying to tell you how to do it or when to have it done by or anything like that. And with the sun card being in reverse, when you're doing this, you are doing this with somebody else, or maybe even a group of somebody's, but either way, you're not doing whatever this is alone, you're doing it with somebody else. So that you may be doing a little compromising to keep everybody in general happy, but there's nobody breathing down your shoulder trying to force you to do anything a certain way here. So we like that. Seems like a good time, Virgos. Next up, Libra, Four of Stones showing up in reverse. This just means that you are taking, Spirit is saying you're taking some money out of the coffers. So this just means that you're spending money on something. For some of you, this could be an unplanned thing, but for others of you, you may have been saving up for whatever this is that you're spending money on. This is talking about spending money that you had saved. Okay, so pulling out something that you had saved or that you had stashed away and using it. And hopefully it's just exactly for what you saved it for, but it doesn't really have to be with this card. It could be a surprise that comes up that we have to hit our savings for too. So it could go either way. So that's for Libra and Libra placements. Next up is Scorpio. Scorpios, we have the Queen of Spirals showing up in reverse. That's the Muse in reverse. And I feel like Scorpios, I feel like we're just really not interested in love. We're not really interested in other people's attention. I don't feel like we're necessarily going into hermit mode where we want to be by ourselves, but I also feel like we are definitely trying to sort of do everything we can behind the scenes. We're not wanting a lot of attention at all today. Looks to me like we're just trying to get through this day as quietly as we possibly can and being noticed as least as we possibly can. And part of that may be because we're not feeling exactly like our normal positive selves. And so we're just trying to keep our mouth shut and not make anything worse by saying negative things. That's how that comes across to me. So that's for Scorpio and Scorpio placements. Up next we have Sagittarius. Look at that, Sagittarius. Getting some work done. Feeling good about the work that you're doing too. So this could be somewhere where you clock in. This could be for your own business. This could be around the house. This could be volunteer work. But getting something accomplished and feeling pretty darn good about it too. That's for Sagittarius and for Sagittarius placements. Up next, we're going to take a peek at Capricorn. Capricorn, you guys have Ernie the Hunter showing up in reverse. This is just telling me that there's some kind of goal or target that you're trying to achieve along with the help or at very least the encouragement of other people. Something sort of comes off the tracks with this today and we don't get quite as far as we're expecting to. But I don't feel like this means that we're not going to reach that target or goal. It's just that there's, an obstacle or two to work through that we weren't exactly planning on. That's all. And that's for Capricorn and Capricorn rising. Next up, Aquarius. Okay, so this is for Aquarius. So we've got the Two of Stones showing up in reverse. Two of Stones in reverse is telling me that I think actually for a lot of you this is financial, that there are like you're sort of juggling Peter to pay Paul. After we've come through the pandemic, I think a lot of people are still sort of in recovery mode from that. And you may just not have enough money to go all the way around as far as you would like it to. And if that's not what's going on, then this would be more about your own time, your own energy, your own personal effort, that you just can't be everywhere that you need to be today. And so there's something falling through the cracks that way, one way or the other. So obviously, I'm not releasing these early enough that you can stash back a little extra money for a just in case. But you do have the opportunity here to delegate some of your responsibilities to someone who could take care of them to make sure nothing falls through the cracks like that. All right, so that's for Aquarius and Aquarius placements. Next up we have the Dreamer, and this is for Pisces. How appropriate. With Neptune ruling Pisces, how appropriate is this? The Dreamer. Isn't there a Supertramp song about a dreamer? Seems like it. That would have come out like when I was in my teens, though, and I don't really remember for sure. Not giving away my age or anything, am I? So anyway, Pisces, you have the dreamer. This is just telling me that there is something going on in your life that you're sort of looking at with rose-colored glasses. You're seeing it in a little bit of a naive way, and I feel like the skeptical Scorpio self wants to tell you to take off the rose-colored glasses and look at it more realistically. But I don't know that that's so much a message from Spirit. But there is a situation that you're looking at, and you're seeing it through the eyes of love, is what Spirit is saying. And you know that does color a picture, doesn't it? All right, guys, that is our day. Thank you all so much for being here. I do really appreciate it. Thank you, Asa, for helping me to boost this channel to 7 million subscribers. Thank you to all of you who have subscribed. Thank you also to all of you who are thumbs upping and sharing and writing comments on this video. All of those things do help to get these videos seen by more people, thus more subscribers, more happiness. The more people I get to serve, the happier I am. So thank you very much. Also, thank you to those of you I'm going to be doing readings and Reiki for later on today. I do appreciate you guys as well. Everyone, have a fantastic day, and I'll see you all back here on the next video. Peace out.